This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry.
All of you chumps are gonna bow. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Money.
You're listening to The Real Estate Debate with Mr. Credit on AM 760 KFMB. If you'd like to contact Mr. Credit, visit mrcredit.org.
Welcome to The Real Estate Debate. Mr. Credit here, your host. This is where we debate the hottest topics in San Diego real estate and guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else. And JJ, today we have a very interesting show lined up. You actually have a pretty tough job today, I'll be honest with you.
I think I do have the toughest job, actually, keeping score. And I'm liking the new arena, though.
Yes, so we have challenge flags in all of our contestants' hands, so they can challenge anything anyone says at any point in time, and we'll get to the rules as that takes place. But we also have all newcomers on the show today. So no one has been on the Real Estate Debate before, which means we're going to crown a new champion. It means that the playing field should be somewhat level, don't you think?
I like that. I like that. Because you know what? I think the past weeks, I mean, there's been occasion where there has been a reigning champ, kind of that experience takes over, and they win.
Yeah.
But today I see a lot of notes on the table, which is good. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to have a good real estate debate. I
agree. And we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else. Past episodes all available at therealestatedebate.com. So JJ, this was a really interesting article. I want to do the Mortgage Minute before we introduce our contestants today. Jan Swanson, this is on Mortgage News Daily, has said that affordability has nothing to do with interest rates, has nothing to do with home values. So this is a really cool article. You can look it up, mortgagenewsdaily.com, if you want to check it out. But she basically said that it has everything to do with the income, the median household income in a given area. When we talk about affordability, I'm sure this will be a debate topic soon. What are your thoughts on that as far as how you define affordability for people looking to buy homes today?
Well, the affordability factor is really just, what is that mortgage payment with taxes, insurance, if there's mortgage insurance in relation to what you can rent that same home for.
Right.
And so I have to, if I was in a real estate debate on this topic, I would probably debate the fact that interest rates and prices don't have something to do with affordability because they have everything to do with affordability.
So you think affordability is a function of what it would cost to own versus what it costs to rent and has nothing to do with income?
Well, of course, income is a factor of it in there as well. I mean, you have to factor that in. But, if you don't have the income, then you can't afford something. So it's a relation of all those things together. But reality is what is that equal home cost to own versus renting, and with the tax breaks, and interest rates play a part in that because it plays a part in the payment, and home prices play a part in that because depending on down payment, that's what you're borrowing, and it plays a part in the property taxes as well.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's John Gerotes, JJ with Synergy One Lending. He's our judge today on the Real Estate Debate. You can find out more from him at askjjnow.com. If you'd like a detailed rent versus own analysis, go to askjjnow.com or call 760-522-2298. I guess it's a good time to introduce our contestants. JJ, are you done with our conversation? Contestant number one today, Michael Wolf is in the house. They brought the Wolf in here from Ascent Real Estate and michaeljwolf.net. Michael, how you doing, man?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is your first time on the Real Estate Debate.
First time.
You've been on the radio before. You're also an author.
I am.
Have you written books about real estate?
I have 2 books.
2 books. You can find out more about those on michaeljwolf.net. How do you feel about your chances today?
Feel pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
These topics good for you?
I'm sorry?
These topics are good for you?
I love these topics. Ready to crunch them down.
All right, my man. Also, big thanks, a big shout out to Darren Sharp with a C from Keller Williams and sharpsells.com for stepping up last second to be a contestant today. It's your first time on here. How you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm feeling great and excited to be here. Thanks, Derek, for having me. And I've prepared for many of hours, so I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, all right. Well, great. Well, you answered the call late at night last night, so we appreciate you being here. Also, this is interesting. We have Ruben Gonzalez in here today with Allison James and RubenandBB.com, who is, you're mostly up in Riverside County, Temecula area, but you also kind of work northern San Diego County. Is that right, Ruben?
Yes, absolutely, Derek.
Okay, great. Well, it's great to have you. Now, I notice your website is RubenandBB.com. Who's BB?
Oh, BB. She's a wonderful computer geek. She's amazing. My wife.
She's your wife. Oh, okay, yes. That's what I was looking for. Computer
Absolutely.
geek first, wife second. I got it. Thanks for being here, Ruben. Really appreciate you and look forward to your insight.
Grateful to be here.
Yes, and a man who I've had on the show for years and years, my good buddy Billy Colstock, is here from Keller Williams in Mission Valley and SoCal Lifestyle Realty. realestatetalk.com. Billy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing really great, man. Thanks for having me.
You are a radio veteran, but it's your first time on the debate today.
I'm a little, the palms of my hands are a little bit nervous right now.
You're nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Do you feel like you have an advantage? You've been on the air for years now with us.
I don't think with this lineup that's going to be an advantage at all.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, he's humble and he's good. So look out, fellas. All right, let's jump right into our first topic. What we do is we take the temperature of the San Diego marketplace. Essentially,
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
we're looking for the truth. What's really going on? Describe the current state of the San Diego real estate market using one word or phrase and explain. You have 30 seconds. Michael Wolf, you are first and go.
I'd say it's normal. Let's say the most normal market I've ever seen in my entire career. I've been doing this for like 9 years now. Started in 2006 when it was just crazy.
Right.
And I built my business through the recession through 2007 to 2011. So we've got a great amount of listings coming on the market. There's 9,000 properties on the market. That's about 3 months of inventory. Most people would say a buyer and seller market would be 6 months of inventory. And I think now, due to the speed of the market, the speed of Zillow, Trulia, things like that, it's really taken the market that was 6 months of normality and making the fulcrum 3 months. So I think that we're in the most normal market. We've got mostly non-institutional sellers, mom and pop sellers, people that are looking to move up and move down, and it's awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you'd say it's normal, meaning that there's no advantage to buyer or seller.
I would say that we're right at that precipice of between a buyer and a seller market at 3 months of inventory now. It
Okay.
used to be conventional wisdom 6 months, but I think because of the speed of information nowadays, it's sped everything up that it's no longer 6 months anymore.
Pop quiz then, is 6 months now a buyer's market?
6 months is totally a buyer's market.
Okay.
But I'm saying like after 3 months, it becomes a buyer's market.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All
I'd
right.
say under 3 months, it's super active. Over 3 months, it becomes more and more leverage to the buyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darren Sharp with a C. How would you describe the current state of the San Diego real estate market with one word or phrase and explain?
Sure. Yeah. My word of the day is optimistic. So I chose optimistic because the market has, month over month, it's been pretty solid still. Buyers are still out there finding good deals, and sellers are still happy with the sales price. So, if you have a win-win scenario, I think, in my opinion, the market is stable, optimistic, and I'm looking for good things to happen in the future.
So you feel like both buyers and sellers are happy in this marketplace?
Correct. I've had several transactions in the last several months that, that huge win-win approach where if you have a sales price of, say, $1 million, $2 and you're priced right in the market, and you have a buyer that comes in the first couple weeks, and they're willing to put their best foot forward, and you can strike a deal, it becomes a win-win.
Yeah.
So
isn't that rule number one in the Keller Williams
correct.
rules?
Yeah, we're a win-win type
win-win,
mentality.
win-win or no deal.
Right. Well, I represent both buyers and sellers, so I try not to favor one versus the other.
Sure. All right. Good stuff from Darren Sharp with the C. Ruben Gonzalez with Allison James. How would you describe the current state of the San Diego market, which we know you work mostly in Temecula, but you do work in northern San Diego County? One word or phrase and explain, please. 30 seconds.
I agree with both Darren and the Wolf over there. Yes, stable is the word. And stable, and speaking from my neck of the woods in the Temecula market, we're at about the same. 2.94, just under 3 months of inventory, and that's in all of Temecula. But in the micro market, Temecula South, which is south of Rancho California Road, if you know the area, it's a little bit better. It's about 2.25 months. So we have that much inventory
Interesting.
on the market right now.
So is Temecula hotter than San Diego right now?
I believe a little bit.
Seriously?
Perhaps the median price is a little lower. And yeah.
Hey, do it or get off the pot. You know the saying. I see hands on challenge flags
I almost
right
had
now.
to pull a flag, but
I see hands on challenge flags.
But they don't know Temecula inventory.
Yeah, guys, you're challenging the expert in the area. Absolutely. I'm the outlier.
Careful.
That's where I come from. That's my backyard.
Okay, good stuff, Ruben. Appreciate it. Great perspective. Billy Colstock, how would you describe the current state of the San Diego real estate market using one word or phrase and explain why, please?
I would say it's opportunistic. I think that both right now buyers and sellers have opportunity in the market. Right now, 3 months ago, we had a 99% list to sale price in San Diego County. Today, right now, in the middle range, 350, 550 home sales, we've got a 95% list to sale price. That's giving people right now who are buying a great opportunity.
That's interesting.
Where we have opportunity for the sale side, we have increasing inventory. Everybody knows that. But right now, as we're going into the holidays, the inventory is coming down. And then also in the last 3 years, we've had a 34% increase in value. on the median price. So the opportunity is for somebody who wants to downsize, who wants to sell their home, move to a different neighborhood. They're going to capture that equity, and then they're going to take part in the buyer side.
Wow, that's really interesting. You know, I've always hated the phrase "it's a good day to buy or sell real estate." I hate that. In fact, I'll throw the penalty flag typically if anyone says that. But the reality is, it kind of is true now. I mean, we really do have a marketplace in which people are winning on both sides, where sellers may be overpricing. So we're at 95%.
Sure.
But they're still having huge gains, you know,
Absolutely.
from where they were. So they're walking away with casholas. And when you are a seller in the marketplace, that's exactly what you want to be doing. And obviously, with interest rates where they're at, you know, we're seeing buyers having the opportunity to capture that as well. So very, very interesting stuff from all of our contestants so far. No challenge flags coming up. It's the rapid fire segment. We will find out what the score looks like from our judge, John Gerotes, with Synergy One Lending. When we come back on the Real Estate Debate, we'll make you smarter than everyone else. AM 760 KFMB.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Debate with Mr. Credit on AM 760 KFMB.
Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us on your Sunday afternoon. Mr. Credit here. The Real Estate Debate is live and happening right now. Our judge, John Gerotes, JJ with Synergy One Lending. JJ, tell us where we're at right now.
Well, it's a pretty close match right now. I mean, we have Michael Wolf with 4, Billy with 4, tied both at the top. Darren and Ruben both with 3. I mean, I'm a stats guy. I like stats, so you know, we got a close match, and looking forward to the rapid fire segment right now.
Yeah, it's rapid fire time. But I do want to say, not only is our winner today going to go home with the Golden Microphone Trophy, which will eventually be personally engraved for them, but we also have a $100 gift certificate to the Poseidon Restaurant in Del Mar. So the stakes just went up, fellas.
Woo!
All right. It is time. It is time for the rapid fire segment. All right, fellas, this is how it goes. We'll be starting with Darren Sharp with a C. Many wannabe homebuyers out there today are not sure if they're ready to take the plunge. Help our fence sitters out in the marketplace by giving them the signs that the signs that signal it's time to buy by filling in the blank to this declarative statement. You know you're ready to buy a house when, fill in the blank, 5 seconds each. Darren, we'll start with you.
All right. I would say your monthly mortgage amount is less than your current rental payment.
Your monthly when the monthly mortgage is less than your
So if you're paying $2,200 a month to rent a property, and you can get JJ to hook you up with a $1,900 payment per month, that makes sense. Jump off the fence and buy.
Makes sense to me. Ruben Gonzalez, you know you're ready to buy a house when?
When you sit down to write a fat check to Uncle Sam because you have no write-offs.
Tax time.
Yeah.
Billy Colstock, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
Your finances are secure enough to endure the challenges of homeownership.
Okay. Yeah. Very methodical answer there, Billy. I like that. That should be in the textbook somewhere. Michael J. Wolf, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
You've been trolling on Zillow for the past 6 months, and your social relationships are dwindling.
I like that. Darren Sharp with a C, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
I would say if you're married, you have kids, and you still live with your folks, it's time to buy a home.
Or just move out.
Right, move out, buy a
If that's
home
the case.
is the...
Ruben Gonzalez, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
When your spouse wants to have more kids.
Okay. Billy Colstock, you know you're ready to buy a house when?
You plan on staying in a community for a long period of time.
Okay. Yeah. You know you're going to be in the same spot for a long time. That's a really good answer. In fact, bonus points. Great answer. Michael Wolf, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
You read that the average homeowner has 39 times the net worth of the average renter from the National Association of Realtors.
Kaboom. Bonus points. Sorry, that one's really good. Darren Sharp with a C.
All right,
You know you're ready to buy a house
I'll
when?
kind of follow with you're looking for a great real estate investment opportunity. So you can buy a second home, or does that not count?
You know you're ready to buy a house when?
When you're looking to make a great investment opportunity.
Ruben Gonzalez, you know you're ready to buy a house when?
As soon as you get pre-approved for a loan from JJ.
Okay. Yeah, definitely got to do that first. You know you're ready to buy a house when, Billy Colstock?
You've saved enough money for the down payment?
You got to have the down payment. There's no joke there. Michael J. Wolf, you know you're ready to buy a house when?
You're tired of making your landlord rich and paying off his or her mortgage.
Yeah, boy. I'll let JJ decide if there's bonus points there or not, but that's one everybody really needs to think hard about. Darren Sharp with the C, you know you're ready to buy a house when?
Sure, when interest rates hit an all-time low again.
Ruben Gonzalez, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
You need to have a garage sale to pay your income taxes.
Oh, going back to the taxes again. Man, did the IRS ever get to you, Ruben?
I write a check to him every quarter.
Every quarter, yeah. Yeah, that's not a fun thing. Billy Colstock, you know you're ready to buy a house when?
Your neighbors keep you up all night.
That means it's at least time to move. Michael J. Wolf, you know you're ready to buy a house when?
Your roommate's general filth isn't helping with the ladies.
Eric might know something about it. Do you know anything about that, Eric? I'm picking on the producer. Darren Sharp with a C, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
Yeah, I would say when price or the value of a property is just too good to pass up.
Yeah. Ruben Gonzalez, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
I got this one from BB. Is when you can't get a date because chicks don't date guys who live with their mom.
And BB is his wife, in case anyone missed that. Billy Colstock, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
You have more children than bedrooms.
Ooh, that's a good call. Really good call. Michael J. Wolf, you know you're ready to buy a house when?
Your wife said so.
You got to do anything, man.
Yeah, that's good, man. All right, last round. Darren Sharp with the C, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
Sure, this is the most important one. It's when you finally meet the right real estate agent, Darren Sharp.
There it is.
Sharp with a C.
Darren Sharp with a C. There he is. Sharp has attacked this guy.
Right.
And filling in on late notice, and we appreciate that. Ruben Gonzalez, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
Well, this is kind of a segue into our next segment. When you just paid off tons of credit card debt at a lower interest in a 3 to 5 year period through a reputable 501c3 CCS program.
Wow, that's a long answer.
Sorry.
I don't know if I get it. I'll let JJ be the judge. Billy Colstock, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
You're ready to start to make your own rules.
There it is. There it is. One of the reasons, that's why people buy houses where I'm from, which is in Missouri. They buy houses because they want to be able to park cars in the yard and stuff like that. Michael J. Wolf, you know you are ready to buy a house when?
I would say when the kids next door playing Call of Duty till 2 a.m. have kept you up for the last time.
You've had enough.
Or
Time
the
to buy a house,
stilettos
honey.
upstairs.
Or the stilettos. This is getting really interesting. All right. That concludes the rapid fire segment. Coming up, we will check back in on the score. Who will walk away with the Golden Microphone Trophy? We know we'll have a new winner today. Will it be Michael J. Wolf from Ascent Real Estate, Darren Sharp with a C from Keller Williams, Billy Colstock from Keller Williams, or Ruben Gonzalez with Allison James? When we come back, we'll make you smarter than everyone else. You're listening to the Real Estate Debate on AM 760 KFMB.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Debate with Mr. Credit on AM 760 KFMB.
All right, welcome back to the Real Estate Debate. Mr. Credit here. Thank you for hanging out with us on your Sunday afternoon. Let's check in on the scores. We're midway through the debate. John Girotes with Synergy One Lending. JJ, my longtime co-host, is our judge from AskJJNow.com. JJ, what is the scores looking like?
Hey, you know what? We have a leader, which is always nice in the second round. Billy C. with 12 points. Michael Wolf right behind him with 11. And then we have a two-way tie for third place with Darren and Ruben at 9. They need to come back. Maybe we'll see some challenge flags.
Yep. Well, this is the challenge round. We will be starting with Ruben in this round. Choosing an agent can be tough, especially with all the different online resources out there today. So help us figure out what's most important to look for in a high-quality agent adept at being successful in today's market. So we'll have each of our in-studio experts tell us what their ideal top 3 qualities are for a real estate agent in today's marketplace. Ruben, starting with you. Go.
Yes, I think the number one thing is communication, negotiation that goes in hand as well, because that is so important. I feel I'm at my best when I can use my words to actually point to the solution, and for the client or experiencer to have that aha moment of clarity. The key is, most keys to communication is really to do less. You're really actually listening. You really have to elicit to the true need of the client or person you're communicating with.
So number one's communication.
So number one is communication,
okay.
Yes. Experience. I guess Gladwell says it takes 10,000 hours to mastery. And I think a lot of the people on the panel are close to that right now. But can't say enough about it. You got to put yourself through the fire, really experience some of the hard stuff, deal with molds, deal with, all of the pitfalls that you can deal with in real estate. So experience is tremendous.
How would you define experience?
Experience is being ingrained in your farm, in your community, in your with your clients. You have to go to battle for them, go to bat every time, and you got to be that shining light. You got to give them a hug over the phone because they're going to panic and they're going to be scared, but you have to be that calm captain and guiding them throughout.
So communication, experience.
The third one is will. You got to have a strong will. This business will beat you up. All of you guys in here, like us, really understand that, and it's you got to stay the course. You got to work your butt off just to afford to have a career in our industry, in one of the most competitive and lucrative industries in the world. It's tough just to get past all the bumps and hurdles, and that's just to get a listing. Now you got to sell it. So you hear all the newbies go, huh? And that's, I got to sell this house now?
I got a listing.
Oh, shoot.
When do I get money? You got to sell it.
Right. In a tough market, the cream rises to the top. And like Michael Wolf over there, I cut my teeth through that. And, short sales, things like that.
Yeah. So you've seen a lot. So that's Ruben Gonzalez with Allison James and RubenandBB.com. He thinks communication, experience, and strong will.
I consider myself a quiet, silver-tongued avenger for the people.
I like that. All right, Billy Colstock, you are up next, my friend. What I would like to do is have you tell us the ideal top 3 qualities a person should look for in a real estate agent to be successful in this market.
Well, I believe that the top 3 qualities should be knowledge, integrity, and then having an agent who's going to be proactive in how they're servicing the clients. Knowledge, I think is number one. When choosing an agent like myself, you need to have a strong understanding of what's going on in the industry as a whole, but also the pitfalls of a transaction. If you understand before you even get to the challenge for your clients, and you can present a solution, that's going to be key to your success in getting what you want, whether you're either buying or selling. With integrity, that should be a hands-down attribute that you're looking for in an agent when you select the person who you're going to be working with. You have to have somebody who's willing to make the hard choice and uphold their fiduciary responsibility to you, the client, to make sure that they do the right thing when it's for you, the client, not us, the real estate agent.
Gotcha.
There's way too many agents out there in the market who are scrambling for commission checks and not paying attention to the details and making sure that what happens is truly the best thing for the client. And you got to have somebody who's proactive. If you have somebody who's proactive, they're going to be not only looking out for you throughout the transaction, but when they take your listing, they're going to go out and do the right activities to make sure that listing gets sold. Or if they're representing you in the buy side, they're going to go out, they're going to be door knocking neighborhoods looking for your home in proactive ways. So I think it's knowledge, integrity, and somebody who's proactive.
Proactivity.
Yep.
Okay. Really, really good stuff. And what's interesting is no overlapping from what Ruben said. That's Billy Colstock, by the way, from Keller Williams and SoCal Lifestyle Realty.com. Michael J. Wolf, you are up next, my friend. Give us the 3 qualities you think that are crucial to find in your real estate agent to be successful in this marketplace right now.
Well, top 3 in no particular order is that the best agent needs to be fast. They need to be a professional, and by that I mean strong communication and negotiation skills. And the last is that they're ethical. So what I mean by fast is clients today are expecting immediacy. If they put an inquiry out there, they're expecting that you get back to them literally immediately and no longer than 30 minutes from the actual set onset of the inquiry. So, and it's been like that, but now because things are so sped up today, you need to be on it, you need to be fast, and you can be the best agent out there, but if you aren't like quick, then all the leads go away or all the inquiries go away, and you don't have any clients to help serve. So it's important to have that immediacy with any inquiries, and agents need to be ready to handle these expectations of their clients in the market that we live in today. Being a professional, and by that with strong communication and negotiation skills, in my mind, I think about going to a really fine dining restaurant. You could have a waiter that just got hired that night and a waiter that's been there for 20 years. And the waiter that's been there for 20 years can explain the whole menu, how it was prepared, everything that was built up in terms of the flavors, the specials of the day, and then treat you to a fantastic experience. Whereas the guy that just got hired that night, he can serve you dinner, he can do the basic stuff, but the two experiences are going to be drastically different. And we're not talking about dinner, we're talking about like the most important purchase or sale of your entire life.
Yeah.
So the difference in having a great agent that knows what to do in terms of standards of proficiency, having that communication skill with other agents, being able to recognize red flags, knowing all the marketing tips and tricks, cultivation of relationships within the community and their vendor partners, all that comes through experience, but also through that professionalism. Lastly is being ethical, and that's the high road, is the only pathway for success as a real estate agent. And I always give my professional colleagues the benefit of the doubt. We agree to a higher code of ethics and standards with our professional realtors, and the cooperation game crumbles when you deal with an unethical agent.
Yeah.
When you are working in the spirit of cooperation with ethics in mind, all parties are represented, all fair deals get done without shadiness, and all transactions are filled with the satisfaction that everybody got served better at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's great stuff. That's Michael J. Wolf from Ascent Real Estate. MichaelJWolf.net is his website. He says you got to be quick, you got to be professional, you got to be ethical. Last but not least, Darren Sharp with a C. Give us your top 3 qualities for a real estate agent to be successful in the San Diego marketplace right now.
Yes, certainly. So my top 3 that I have, trust. We've touched on that, but everybody wants to work with somebody that they trust. Without trust, it breaks the foundation of any relationship. And so I think trusting that the agent that you select to work with is going to know the market, be up to speed with whether it's Temecula, downtown San Diego, North County, San Diego. You want to know that they're working for your best interest, and you trust them. Number 2 is communication. I know we've touched on communication as well, but it's huge. I somewhat disagree. I was going to throw out a flag, and I think communications
woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But with Michael's comment, communication or time, I think setting the right expectations and communicating with your client certainly sets the foundation of how your relationship is going to last, whether it be for 30 days, 90 days, 120 days, that there are expectations set. People don't call their brain surgeon and say, come over to my home and operate real quick, or when could I come in? Things are set up accordingly, and that's what we do in our profession, is set up expectations and try to fulfill all the expectations that we present to our clients. The last, experience. It helps to work with an agent that has the experience. I agree with Michael, the waiter scenario. However, you can be a new agent in the market. What is there now? You can flag me, 39,000 and counting in San Diego County.
I don't think there's that many.
No.
Is that you challenging?
What is it?
Yes. He's challenging. Michael, hold on a second. Let me get the full shebang here. Michael Wolf has just challenged Darren Sharp. Michael, you have 30 seconds to get your challenge out.
It depends on what you're talking about. In the county, there's just about 19,000. If you're talking about San Diego Association Realtors, it's just above 12,000 realtors.
Okay. Is that it? Darren, you have 30 seconds to rebut that back.
Well, the data that I've heard in the past is 39,000 plus agents. It was declining a bit during the last meltdown in the 06 through 08, and then it picked back up. So I'm going to have to check the data files and
double check.
and double check. Can we get the fact checker out here? And
JJ, who won the challenge?
Wow, well, I think Michael knows the numbers on this.
Okay.
It seems like it.
So Michael,
seems like it.
Michael, you get to keep your flag. and you get any points that Darren scored.
I literally just heard it the other day. So.
All right.
We will be double checking.
Duly noted. Duly
At
noted.
the break, we will be double checking, and that was a challenge round. And thank goodness we actually had a challenge, because coming up, it's time for the win. We will be crowning a real estate debate champion. We will get the scores, the champion who will be walking away with the golden microphone trophy and the $100 gift certificate to the Poseidon Restaurant when we come back on the Real Estate Debate, AM 760 KFMB.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Debate with Mr. Credit on AM 760 KFMB.
All right, welcome back to the Real Estate Debate. Mr. Credit here. As it's time for the win, we're going to play Agree or Disagree. But first of all, let's check in and see how the points are with our judge, John Giros. JJ, what's up? Who's got what here?
Well, I'll tell you what, the challenge flag was thrown. It was won, and that made the swing in the scoring. We got Michael Wolf at the top at 23, Billy Colstock right behind, 21. Ruben, you can come from behind here at 16. And Darren, you did lose some points there. You're still at 9.
Ooh.
Respectable.
That's okay, man. I mean, hey, the reality is that's the power of the challenge flag. That's the power, I'm telling you. And challenge flags, by the way, can still be thrown in this particular segment. And remember, every challenge flag that you have at the end of the show is worth 2 points. All right, time for Agree or Disagree.
Time now for Agree or Disagree.
Can't we just settle this over a pint?
Agree?
Yes! Yes!
Or disagree.
To call you stupid would be an insult to stupid people.
Let's get it on!
All right, Billy Colstock, you are up first. Tell us if you agree or disagree with this statement and why student loan debt is silently killing the first-time buyer market in San Diego. Go.
I agree. I agree that's something. And when you brought this question up to us, I really started to look into it a little bit, and I started to find some pretty interesting facts about this. I mean, ultimately, it's going to affect the student loan debt is going to affect the debt to income ratio.
Yep.
And when you have something, and I found a statistic that said individuals underneath the age of 30, if they have student loans, they have an average of $21,000 in debt.
Is that all? Gosh, I would have thought it was more.
Right? That's it, right? $21,000.
That's not bad.
I mean, it's a payment of $250 a month that they're sending off to their student loan debt that, they're not able to put that towards a purchasing power on their home loan. I also found today that nationally, typically 40% of first-time home buyers, that's what makes up our market.
Yeah.
Last year, it was only 29% nationally.
Right.
So, of course, that's going to affect the San Diego market. It's going to affect the San Diego first-time home buyer, and then take into account that we also have a really high affordability index. I mean, it's tough to afford a home in San Diego.
Yeah.
Especially for first-time home buyers. So, yes, it will affect the affordability.
Okay. All right. That's good stuff. Billy Colstock there from Keller Williams in Mission Valley and SoCalLifestyleRealty.com. Michael Wolf, agree or disagree? Student loan debt is silently killing the first-time buyer market in San Diego.
I'd have to overall disagree, because really it's more important, not much the debt, but the job that one enters into. It has more effect on qualification ability than the actual student loan debt itself. So people with substantially high student loan debt will typically earn a high wage. Well, let's hope so, right? Because I met a law student that just graduated, and he's got like $250,000 in debt.
We've got a challenge.
I'm sorry.
Billy Colstock is challenging Michael Wolf right now. Billy, you have 30 seconds to plead your case. Go.
I know of an individual who has a degree from Cornell. Mm-hmm. He has his master's from Harvard, and he doesn't have a job. So going to school and getting a great education does not necessarily equate to getting a great job and having a higher paying position that will allow you to afford a home.
Okay. Michael, you've got 30 seconds to rebut that.
Well, I appreciate how smart he is, but he can have all that debt, and all of that debt makes sense, but he doesn't have a job, so we aren't even talking about qualifying for a loan in the first place. So he's got more important things to focus on, I guess. Mm-hmm. But my point was, like, it matters. Usually people who take on more debt are generally going to be able to pay off that debt quicker. In other words, it's more important. My advice to first-time homebuyers would be maybe you want to make sure and check off the payment back penalties. Check out how much the average landscape designer makes when they're in profession versus the average lawyer if you're going to take on $60,000 to $80,000 a year. So
okay,
yeah.
All right, that's the end of your time there. JJ, who won the challenge? I'm going to have to give it to Billy. Oh, okay. So, Billy, you get to keep your flag, and you get to keep the points that Michael had earned in his agree or disagree statement. That's a big one there. That was a huge call.
Do I get to finish?
I don't think you want to because Billy's going to get the points.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably want to be done. All right. Darren Sharp with a C. Agree or disagree? And tell us why. Student loan debt is silently killing the first-time buyer market in San Diego.
Sure. No, I agree with that statement. And, the research has proven this. The market has declined 8% with that demographic of 20 to 39-year-old Americans, which is a huge segment of the first-time home buyers and or buyers in general. It represents $83 billion worth of real estate transactions. So I agree. It's a funny or staggering stat that I read with a $250 monthly college payment would decrease your buying power $44,000. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense. $250 a month for a student loan, and you lop off $44,000 of buying power, which alienates a huge percentage of buyers in San Diego County.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Darren Sharp with the C. Thank you for filling in today, man. Really appreciate that. From sharpsells.com with the C. Remember, Sharp looks like Charp. It's Sharp with a C.
Chandelier, Chevrolet, Champagne.
All right. Ruben, he's heard that one before.
Right.
Ruben Gonzalez. Agree or disagree with this, and tell us why. Student loan debt is silently killing the first-time buyer market in San Diego.
I agree, and I don't know that it's actually killing it, but it's definitely putting a huge dent in it. Over the past 10 years, the past decade, that student loan debt has risen to over 300%, $1.2 trillion. That is huge. And I don't think anyone knows this here, but I was the GM of my own 501c3, my division of a 501c3 consumer credit counseling service. So a lot of the people that would call us and they'd have $20,000, $60,000, $80,000 in credit card debt. And behind that, another $40,000, $50,000 in student loan debt. Now, we could enroll the credit cards into the program, and it would reduce their interest rates and get them out of debt, tremendous amount of debt within a 3 to 5 year period. But the only caveat is that you would be in credit card jail. So they needed those credit cards because they were robbing from Peter to pay Paul.
Right.
So a lot of these people are on this cycle, and they can't get out of it. So it's really, really tough. It is denting the first-time buyer market.
Not killing the market,
yes.
Denting the market.
Absolutely.
Okay, great
Absolutely.
stuff there. And the entire show long from Ruben Gonzalez with Allison James. RubenandBB.com is his website. JJ, it is time to name the winner. Who is walking away with the Golden Microphone Trophy today and the $100 voucher to the Poseidon Restaurant in Del Mar?
Well, with the challenge flag thrown in the final segment here, Billy Colstock takes it.
Wow.
Good job, Billy.
Well done.
Congratulations, Billy.
Win.
Wow, a well-timed challenge flag and what I'm sure will be a controversial decision for years to come on that particular challenge. I really want to say a big thanks to all of our contestants today. Michael Wolf from Ascent Real Estate and MichaelJWolf.net. Michael, you did a great job today. Darren Sharp with the C from Keller Williams and SharpSells.com. Ruben Gonzalez from Allison James and RubenandBB.com. And Billy Colstock, our winner. Congratulations, my friend. Well done. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Keller Williams in Mission Valley and SoCalLifestyleRealty.com. Coming up, it's Talking Money with Mr. C right here on AM 760 KFMB. We'll make you smarter than everyone else. Stick around.
Awesome.